Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Celine Driver once again. Impromptu afternoon stream here on Friday. I'm bored. Quite frankly, I'm bored. I got nothing better to do for a little while, so I thought I'd come on here and screw around for a little bit. I've seen some uh, Ask Me Anything videos up lately, and thought I'd make one. Why not? I mean, you know, my life may not be an absolute open book, but I don't think I've been terribly secretive about anything in particular. So I thought I'd come on here and see if the chat fills up, which so far it's not. But then again, there wasn't really any announcement that I was going to do this. So we'll just wait around here and see if anyone pops in and they want to take advantage of the title of the stream. Ask me anything. No. So if you're watching this later, not live, and you're watching this, it's not going to be, I don't think it'll be a terribly long stream. Um, Down below in the comment section, you can post questions as well. Um, Either live or in the comment section, I do reserve the right to ignore any questions posed if I find them to be terribly stupid, offensive, too personal, idiotic, etc., etc. Hey, what's up, Colby? Good to see you, sir. Let's see if I can pop this window out and see what's going on here. Let's see. Make this window a little bigger so I can track this a little better. So, I don't know if anyone's actually in here yet. Well, according to my screen, it says 5 people in here. According to the chat window, nobody's in here except Colby. So, whatever. Colby, you got any questions for me? Go ahead and ask. I don't have any particular agenda for this stream other than I was bored, so I thought I'd fire the camera up. Also, just to remind anyone that's watching now, watching later, I am going to be doing a game live stream on Saturday, the 9th, 12 noon for the Florida Gators versus the Vanderbilt Commodores. It's homecoming for the Florida Gators, so it's a homecoming game. So the stand should be full, should be rocking, should be a good time in the swamp, should be a good opportunity for Florida to play a game. And if you want, as a viewer, it's a good opportunity for you to watch me rage against the stupidity that is the Florida defense. Let's see. Seriously, Dirty Sanchez is got the first question. He wants to know, why am I so angry? I'm not angry, sir. Why are you so angry? I mean, you to me seem to be a very angry individual. But this isn't about you. It's about me asking you questions. It's about you asking me questions. Why do I appear to be so angry? I don't think I'm a particularly angry person. I might be upset or angry about individual subjects, so you'd have to be more specific. But I think overall, my overall disposition in life is I'm not an angry person. I am a realist. I am a well-read, well-experienced, realistic person. I'm an older gentleman, as you can see. And I've seen a lot. Probably, I don't know how old you are, Dirty Sanchez, and I don't know much about you. So I'm going to assume that I'm older than you and probably have more experiences than you and probably different experiences than you. But my overall disposition towards life is that I'm very happy to be alive. Now, there may be individual subjects I'm angry about, but that's normal for every person. Colby asked, did you see Herschel Walker's son interview on the news? No, I did not. I do know that Herschel Walker is running for Senate in Georgia to replace one of the two socialists, the Marxists that were fraudulently elected by the state of Georgia in 2020. So I'm certainly hoping that he does win his election and restores a conservative balance back to the Senate, although with Mitch McConnell running the Senate, as we saw last night, and his inability to have a backbone and cave into the socialists' every whims, probably doesn't matter if the Republicans have a majority in the Senate or not. But we can hope. We can hope. Dirty Sanchez wants to know if I've ever made love to a legged stripper. No. I don't understand the question exactly, but I've never made love to a stripper. So, no. And I answer that. Sanchez is about 38, and Dirty Sanchez says he's not that old. So, one-legged stripper. Well, I've already answered that question. I've never had sex with a stripper, one-legged or otherwise. So, no. Good question, though. Good question. Colby, you don't have any questions for me? Don't have a lot of people in the chat right now, but hopefully. Megan M is here. Comments keep disappearing, but it might be. But I see that comment about your comments disappearing, so whatever glitch was in there has cleared itself up. Let's see. Somebody named Clash with Bow, AMA, American Medical Association. I'm not a doctor, so no, I'm not a member of the AMA. Now, I wonder if this is Bow, the First Amendment auditor, or the cop watcher, Bow. I ran across, I was in a chat with a gentleman named Bow, who was a well-known First Amendment auditor and cop watcher I think out in California. Is that you, sir? Interesting. Mike Vick is here. Good afternoon to you. Seriously, Dirty Sanchez is obviously stuck on sex today. Have I ever made love in a Publix parking lot? No. And I've never made love to a woman named Megan. So 2 no's on that one. So that's okay. Clash of Bow is helping me out here. AMA asked me anything. Yeah, you can ask anything you want, Clash with Bow. I do reserve the right to not answer the question if I feel the question is beyond the bounds of good tastes, or either that or I don't understand the question. But yeah, I was bored today, so I thought I'd fire off a Ask Me Anything video. What the hell? Tennille's here. Good to see you, Tennille. Go Gators. Not dogs, but Gators. John Page is here. Just sent your package to you, sir. So thank you for your purchase, and hope you enjoy it. Current favorite watch in my collection is my Breitling Navitimer Twin 60. Yes, believe it or not, my favorite watch in my collection is not a Zelos. It's a Breitling Navitimer Twin 60. Seriously Dirty Sanchez wants to know, how many times do I use JC Penney lingerie section to, never. Thank you. And I do know what you're getting to, and I don't do that. No. Thank you. Let's see. Clash with Bow says happy birthday. It's nowhere near my birthday, but thank you. No, it's not my birthday, Colby. We're nowhere near my birthday. I don't know what Bow is talking about. Might be somebody else's birthday. I'm sure it's not my birthday, Tennille. See what you did, Bow. I see what you did there. Very good. Battle Angel, what's this all about? Well, it's about nothing in particular. That's what all my streams are about. Nothing in particular. It's not my birthday. Thank you, Bao. I appreciate that. But my birthday is many months away. Nobody's paying attention to me. Okay. Well, I don't know who has a birthday. I'm sure there are many, many people whose birthday is October 8th. It's just, I don't know anyone who has a birthday on October 8th, and it's certainly not my birthday. So, yeah. Battle Angel says you could use a little nothing in particular after the day you've had. Well, expound, please. What kind of day have you had? Nefarian, it's not my birthday. Mike Vick wants to know if I've had sex with someone other than my ex-wife. Yes. My body count isn't very large, but it is satisfactory. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know who he's talking about either, Tennille. If this I'll just leave that alone. I think it was just a wisecrack, and John Page wants to know how many Zelos watches do I have? 40 currently. I've owned more than 40, but I've sold a lot. So right now I currently have 40. And I've done a state of the collection series of videos for all the Zelos watches. I released part 1 on Monday, this past Monday, the 4th. There'll be part 2 is on the 11th, and part 3 is on the 18th. J-Dub is here. Roll Tide. Okay. No, not Roll Tide. Roll Tide can roll away. Thank you very much. Tennille says she's been sober for 6 days. I've committed to only drink on Friday evenings and Saturdays. How about that? That's good. That's good. I personally don't drink. It doesn't mix well with my medication. So no alcohol for me. Let's see. Nefarian, worst car I've ever owned. All the cars I've owned have been good cars. I haven't really owned a bad car. I've driven some bad cars. I was stuck with a rental, a loaner Saturn 4-cylinder POS because somebody crashed into my Celine and I lost it for 6 weeks, and the insurance company gave me a Saturn. That was a horror show. I learned to drive in a Volkswagen Dasher, which was an absolutely horrible car. Had no power. That was a terrible car. But all the cars I've owned have been really good cars. Now, of all of those cars, if I had to pick the worst one of them, it would have been the first one, which was a 1981 Supra, the first generation. It was very underpowered. The previous owner didn't take really good care of it, so I was fixing a lot of the mistakes that the previous owner made. But even so, it was still a good car. Got me through college and a little bit longer. So, yeah. Let's see. Colby says Celine must not want to talk about his walls. Don't understand that. Will I break a TV after the Georgia game? No, because I already know we're losing the Georgia game. Why would I break a TV over something that I know is going to happen? Sanchez wants some, and in my meds are for craziness. No. Although I do take a lot of Excedrin because you people give me headaches. Ballard talked to Saban, big deal. Don't care. Good for him though, but I don't really care. Watch 6-2 is here. Good to see you, sir. Bacon is here. Good to see you. The Farron says my first car was a Saturn SL2, 1990. It was a blast. Well, then how come my loaner Saturn was so bad? Maybe I just answered my own question. How many extended warranty robocalls do I get per week? I get about 2 a week, but day before yesterday, I got literally a dozen calls from a 9 my area code and a 928 prefix. It was just the last 4 digits were different. They were all silenced by the Apple software, so they never rang my phone, and I blocked them all, and I haven't gotten any robocalls since then. But yeah, about 1 or 2 a week. They're very annoying. I'm not going to put an extended warranty on my Celine because it's not worth it. They wouldn't warranty the car anyway. It's so heavily modified. And my Hyundai is still under factory warranty. Let's see. Bacon says first car was a 07 Prius. My sympathies. Jason Design Atelier is here from Aruba. Good to see you, sir. Tennille says she doesn't take meds except occasional Tylenol or Advil. She thinks she should be medicated. Well, I'm sure a lot of people walking around the streets right now should be medicated. I would definitely agree with that. Tennille says she's never owned a bad car. That's good to know. Nefarian says I probably had the SL1, 88 horsepower. Yeah, that sounds familiar. I think it was an SL1. It was a 4-door. It was a really horrible car, but yeah, that sounds about right, Nefarian. Battle Angel, I don't think Dirty Sanchez is ever really sincere, but we tolerate him anyway. Let's see. Nefarian says he has to keep answering those calls. I am expecting a call from an AD and don't want to miss it. I understand. That's why I love the iPhone has that really good caller ID setup going. And usually if it's a number and not a name that pops up on the screen, I don't answer it. It's just a rule. I just don't want to answer calls I don't know because I am a important and busy person and I don't have time for that bullshit. Let's see. I don't know why that comment wasn't shown. Change my number. No. Those bastards wouldn't stop offering you whole life. Never buy a whole life insurance policy. It is the worst investment in the known universe. If you're going to get life insurance, now I'm not a financial advisor by any stretch of the imagination, but I know a few things that are true. And one of the things that are true is whole life is a terrible investment. Term life isn't bad, but whole life, never buy whole life insurance. It's just, you might as well take your money and light it on fire. I mean, that's about as much good as it'll do. What have I got against Priuses? Battle Angel wants to know. I have nothing particular against Priuses. I just don't like them. I don't think they're a particularly good car. I think they're underpowered. I think that electric cars are not really the future we should be heading towards. I think we should be heading towards hydrogen fuel cells, not electric, because we don't have the infrastructure, the electrical grid to support pure electric cars, and hybrid cars just sort of defeats the purpose. Plus, the batteries to manufacture batteries is an environmental nightmare. So I just don't think it's a particularly good car, especially if you're buying the car to be green. There are better alternatives, but that's just one man's opinion. I don't know. I don't know every damn thing. Tennille says they're not fast enough. That's another problem too. Let's see. Jeff Webster says we should call my daughters and tell them their dad was online complaining and never call and ask for money. Then they know it's a crank call, sir, because I talk to them almost daily. And they don't have to ask for money. They have plenty. Let's see. Yeah, Jason, you're absolutely right. Do not answer those phone calls. They just waste your time. Yes, Lou, you can ask me anything you want. Doesn't mean I have to answer it, but you can ask me anything you want. Jason says in Aruba, they are forced to buy home life insurance as part of the mortgage. Well, yeah, around here, it's hard. In Florida, it's hard to get home insurance because of the hurricane threat, but you really need to have it. Yes, Dirty Sanchez, my first name does actually rhyme with pain. I think most people here know who my first name is. I mean, I don't think that's much of a secret anymore. Battle Angel says she loves her Prius. I'm glad you do. I really do. I'm not particularly a fan of Priuses, but I'm glad you like yours. Uncle Lou says Texas can't even power their homes. Why would they power cars? Or how would they power cars? No, I think you're confusing Texas with California, sir. Look a little further west. But it is a good point. Whether you want to troll Texas or troll California, our electrical grid as it stands now is inadequate to the task. Dirty Sanchez wants to know if I'm a legal citizen. Yes, I am. I was born in America. Thank you. Tennille says she has a twin turbo that's really too fast for the road she lives on. Okay. Bacon says I got Metro with free Amazon Prime and spam call blocking. Yeah, iPhone's newer iOS versions have call blocking as well. Prius Battle Angel says she's gotten her Prius over 100. Was somebody pushing you? Sorry. Nefarian says I want a Tesla Model S Plaid or a 911 Turbo. Yeah, I'd rather have the 911. Problem with the Tesla being an all electric is nothing to recharge the batteries with other than plugging it in. So You go a couple of 100 miles in the Porsche, running out of gas, you pull into a gas station, you fill up, 5 minutes later, you're back on the road. In an electric car with no hybrid capabilities, you have to plug in and sit around for a couple hours. So if I want to go from where I live to Atlanta, which sometimes you do, it's about a 550-mile trip. In either one of my cars, I have to fill up a couple of times, and I get there. In a Tesla, I'd have to stop somewhere and plug in for a while and sit around and twiddle my thumbs until the battery got to like 80%, and then I could go. So it would add. It's an 8-hour drive from where I live to Atlanta. Now we're looking at like a 12 to 14-hour drive in a Tesla. I'm sorry, that doesn't work for me. Let's see. Megan M, I actually messaged Kayla about an hour ago because I was wondering how BVD went with his. He was supposed to have a procedure to drain fluid around his heart, and I want to know how that went. She said she hadn't talked to him yet, but she was going to call him later today, and she would send me a message. So that I don't have anything new past what I said a couple on Wednesday. Well, yeah, Texas last winter got a major winter storm, and their electrical grid couldn't handle it. Now, California has had brownouts and blackouts and rolling blackouts for years. So you want to troll Texas, I can troll California too. Colby, I don't know. What are you talking about? A wall question? I saw the question. I didn't understand it. I was hoping you clarify the question. Why aren't you answering my wall question? What wall question? What are we talking about here? I got walls behind me. I got a sliding glass door right here. I got a wall over there. I got a wall in front of me. What wall? Yes, I'm wearing pants. Thank you. Yes, I always have jokes, Battle Angel. You should understand men always having jokes. You're living with the the guy who can't turn it off. I mean, come on. Uncle Lou is great with the wit and the jokes. He can fire them off twice as fast as I can. See, Captain Trips is here. What numbers should you play on roulette? I have no idea. I don't understand roulette. I've never played it. I don't think I ever will. So you're on your own on roulette. You're on your own with the lottery. I never played lotteries because I see that as a tax on stupidity. I pay enough money into the school system and all the other systems. I'm not willingly giving up my money to play the lottery. So any kind of gambling questions, you're on your own. Tennille says, I'm against electric cars because Cali can't even keep electricity in our homes. How in the world do they expect to power all the cars too? Thank you, Tennille. You just made my point for me. Thank you very much. I'm pretty sure, Mike, he's talking about regular roulette. And he confirms that. Uncle Lou, I didn't see a question about walls. So I can't answer a question I didn't see. Yes, Battle Angel, that he is, but that's part of his charm. Oh, okay. Now I see okay, Colby. I have nothing on my walls. No Florida signs, no Harvard signs. What the hell? Okay. I'm in my bedroom. See, there's my bed right there. See? That's my bed. That's a closet right there. It's a set of sliding closet doors. There's a sliding glass door because there used to be a lanai out here. The previous owner turned it into another room. I have a lot of Gator stuff. I have die casts. I have all kinds of trophy things in that room over there. But yeah, the walls are kind of bare in here, but they serve me. Now, I did a video. There was an older video on my channel about what's in this room over here, all the die casts and stuff like that. You can go look at that. I have mini helmets. I have die casts. I have baseballs, footballs, flags, all kinds of things. Maybe I'll make another one. I don't know. Let's see. I lost track. Where am I? Oh yeah. Tennille says she gets notices weekly about power outages due to wind. Okay. I just answered the wall question, Sam B. Thank you. No, we're not advocating playing Russian roulette, Captain Trips. You get me shut down. Stop that. No, Jeff Webster, there is nothing Alabama in my home. There never will be. So thank you very much. Reagan says, I got a joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Not me. I'm gone. See you later. Okay, see you later, Bacon. Thanks for stopping by. That was funny, actually. That was Colby, you got it. You got your answer. Okay. Nefarian says, I farted in the elevator today. It was wrong on many levels. Oh, now we got dad jokes. Okay, bring on the dad jokes. Why not? I got a dad joke for you. What do you call a fake pizza? Fake pizza. Pepperoni. I'll be here all week. Try the veal. Let's see. Jason, why don't I like to film in the collection diecast room? Because there's no place to set up the computer. It's kind of full. I actually, before I put this camera on my computer, it's a little fuzzy here. Let me see if I can fix that. No, well, come on. Anyway, maybe it'll clear itself up. I used to film in there with a tripod using my GoPro, but the GoPro finally died, and yeah, I just started using the camera that Lou gave me on the computer. It's easier that way. Hang on, I'm going to close this, see if it'll refocus. I can't get it to refocus, so sorry, guys. Let's see. Texas T-Sip is here. Good to see you. Do I prefer my money in the bank or under the mattress? Both. Actually, in my safe, but I have some in the bank, some in the safe. Let's see. Good point, Neil. It would be hard to decorate closet doors. Very good. Captain Trips looks like a dad joke from Captain Trips. You're about the guy whose nose ran and feet smelled. He was built upside down. Jeff Webster says New York style is fake pizza. I disagree. You probably like that Chicago style crap, don't you? I can't get it to refocus. I don't know what to do. Cardinal Tom, new guy here. I'm not sensitive about my walls. I don't understand your question. Let's see. Dirty Sanchez wants to know where I'm hiding Brian Laundry. I'm not. He's buried in the backyard. I'll call the cops and they can dig him up later. Colby wants to know if I'm going to see the new James Bond movie. No. James Bond as a franchise, in my opinion, jumped the shark years ago. It's a dead franchise, and I do not partake anymore. Jeff Webster longer isn't his raccoon. I swear to God, Jeff, I'm going to time you out just on general principles. Let's see. Texas T-Sip says he's 40-year-old man. Don't tell you what to do. Okay, that's fine. Colby says the guy is dead or Houdini 2.0. I'm thinking at this point, Brian Laundrie probably offed himself and he's probably sitting under the water in a swamp somewhere. They'll find him. They'll find him someday. You know. Yeah, Mike Vick says T-Sip is a man. He's 40. Yeah. I wonder if Texas T-Sip has a mullet like Gundy does. Let's see. Yeah, good point, Jeff Webster. Yeah, we need another Mike Vick crunching bubble wrap. We need another one of those videos. So hurry up and make one. I'm going to try closing this again, letting the camera kind of calm down, and maybe it'll come back. Anyway. While I'm waiting for the camera to try and work itself out here, don't forget to click the thumbs up for me at some point while you're here. Don't forget also, I just mentioned the super chat function is available at the bottom of the live chat window, and also in the description is a link to my PayPal if you want to go that way. Again, any financial donations, obviously, never expected, always appreciated. What? Oh yeah, I did send Mike Vick a lot of bubble wrap when I sent him his watch. There we go. Thank you. Mike Vick, you can always buy bubble wrap at Walmart, which is where the bubble wrap that I use to wrap your watch. You can get it there. The like button. Well, that's a good burner account. Even has the thumbs up icon. Always pushing my buttons. That's cute. Good original thinking. Colby says if you want your camera to focus, you need to stand up and walk back 3 or 4 feet and come back to your chair. Well, that's a good idea. But it also works sometimes if you shut the camera off and restart it. Jeff Webster said Gundy's second biggest asshole coach I had been around. Bellama easily the worst. Well, no, I would argue that Saban is probably a bigger asshole, but then again, I'm biased. But he's a winning asshole, isn't he? Let's see. So, anybody else with some questions? I mean, I expected harder questions. The hardest question I got was from Dirty Sanchez asking me about if I ever had sex with a one-legged stripper. I mean, come on. Surely we can do more questions. I mean, I guess Battle Angel and Lou took off. I don't blame him. Hope you still like that. You're still enjoying that watch, Mr. Vick. Hopefully you found some use for it. Oh, Battle Angel's still here. Okay. I wish I had. I did Battle. I wish I had caught that. that video you did, that stream you and Lou did together. I forgot what it was called. Putting up with Lou or whatever it was called. I wish I caught that live. I could have come up with a few questions. That would have been that was a good idea though. I'm sure everyone wants to know how you actually tolerate him, but yes, it was way past my bedtime, wise ass. Yes. Yes. Some of us need to sleep more. Of course, the funny part is, pardon me, the funny part is I get up so damn early. If I could sleep later, I wouldn't have to go to bed so, anyway, whatever. Tennille says, I've taken Florida's beat down like a champ, and accepting Georgia is going to win makes me respect you. Well, yes, I saw battling it. Well, I mean, I wouldn't exactly call what Kentucky did to us a beatdown. I was only a 7-point loss, but yeah, we got beat. I mean, I would be a fool to sit here and say, "Oh, Florida didn't get beat down. They just, no, we lost. It was a good beating. We lost by 7 points. Uh, a lot of questionable coaching decisions on both sides of the ball. We didn't look prepared. We didn't execute. It was a badly played game all around. And of course, anyone with eyes to see, ears to hear, and a brain to analyze can see that Georgia is clearly the superior football team to Florida this year. I mean, it's really not that hard to look at and see. It will not always remain that way. There will be a time where Florida ascends and Georgia descends. It will happen. These things happen in life. Everything is cyclical. But right now, this is Georgia's SEC championship to lose, in my opinion. We'll see what happens at the cocktail party. I really don't think it'll be. I mean, I'm hoping for a competitive game. We'll see what happens. It's a rivalry game. Anything can happen. If your quarterback isn't 100%, things can happen. But Florida's not really got much of a chance to win that game. I would like to see them beat LSU next week. That would be a lot of fun to see. Battle says she had to get up at 6 the next morning after that stream she did with Lou. That must have been difficult. What did you get, about 3 hours of sleep? Let's see. I guess Tennille's talking about that stream video too, because she said she loved it regardless of the miscommunication at the beginning. I said yes to cheese on my burger. Oh, wow. I don't understand how you can eat a Crystal burger, period. I mean, every time I've eaten a Crystal, I've gotten a case of food poisoning. But how can you eat a Crystal burger without cheese? That I just don't get that. Colby says, I from home. I assume you mean I work from home. Yes. What do I do on an average day for work? Whatever's needed. I mean, I pretty much work for my family. So whatever tasks are needed, they're done. That's how I make my living. This day was a fairly light day, so I was able to come home and do this because I have nothing to do for the rest of the day. So I figured I would do this. But average day, there's no real average day. I mean, I wake up, I I do my morning walk to get my exercise so I can keep my circulation going, and then I attack the tasks of the day. Whatever is needed to be done is done, and then whatever time is left at the end of that is my own. Let's see. Texas T-Sip says, ask me anything, Celine. I can't really think of anything to ask you. Why are you a Texas fan? Explain to me why you're a Texas fan. Why do you like Texas? Battle Angel, do liquor stores deliver? If you're asking me, I don't know if liquor stores in your area deliver. I don't think they deliver in my area, no. Nefarian says White Castle is superior to Crystal. I wouldn't know. I've never eaten at a White Castle. Let's see. Tennille says crazy people need calm people. She needs a calm person. Good luck. Battle Angel says, so you would consider the crazy person, Tennille, Lou or me? In your relationship between you two, Battle and Lou, I don't know you as well as I know Lou, but I think I would probably classify you as the calmer person. About that much, you know. I would say Lou. I wouldn't say Lou is crazy. I'm not going to say he's crazy. Lou is just turned to his volumes turned to 11 all the time. So, but I don't know if he's crazy or not. He's just intense. Let's see. Texas T-Step says, I'm a Texas fan, but I don't like them. Makes sense. Yeah, in a way it does, because you're probably your team probably frustrates the hell out of you and you hate them for it. Just like my Gators. I love my Gators. I've loved them since the 70s. But sometimes they just make me want to grab a big bottle of alcohol and just go, right down. So I understand. Colby asks a great question. Do I have something on my bucket list that I want to check off? I have a lot of things on my bucket list that I'd like to check off. I would love to go to Israel. I would love to take my daughters. I want to go to Israel. I want to spend at least a week there and learn more about my heritage. And I hope to make that happen someday before I become too infirm to travel. I would like to go to the Nuremberg Ring, Nordschleife. If you don't know what that is, it's a racetrack in Nuremberg, Germany. It's called the Nuremberg Ring. There's two courses, the Südschleife and the Nordschleife. I'm sure if you speak German, you'll probably recognize that I just butchered the pronunciation. But the North Course, or Nordschleife, is about 16, almost 17 miles long, about 167 turns, something like that, some astronomical number. So, you know what? I'm going to Google it. Hang on. Let's see. Hang on. I'm getting it. Current configuration is 12.9 miles, 154 turns. That's in its current configuration, 1983 to present. There's also the combined circuit, 15.77 miles, 170 turns. Anyway. And then there are different iterations, but I want to go there. You can actually go there and you can buy a lap. You can, whatever car you want. You can rent a car and bring it there. You can bring your own car. Hell, I've seen people crate up their own American cars, ship them over to Europe, and then drive it on North Course. I don't think I'd want to do that, but I want to go there, rent a proper car, and run the track. I mean, this is a track where some of the gods of auto racing have driven on, and I want to drive that track. So that's on my bucket list. Another bucket list item. Well, some of them have already been accomplished. I wanted to live long enough to see my older daughter, graduate from UF. And in December, she's going to get her master's degree. I want to also stay around long enough to see my younger daughter graduate from college and then get her master's degree. So I've got to live at least another 4 years for that to happen. I want to dance at my daughter's weddings. I want to go to Venice, Italy with my mom. Right now, nobody in our family can really travel because my dad is not healthy enough to travel and he knows it. But my mom does want to do some traveling after. Sorry to sound so morbid, but she wants to take me to Venice, to the Veneto, to see her friends there that are glass artists. My parents are glass collectors, and a lot of their pieces come from Venetian artisans, and she wants me to experience that like she has. So hopefully I can hang around long enough for all these things to happen. And maybe go to Las Vegas. Side trip. Anyway, that's a few of my bucket things. Let's see. Yeah, intense. If we're talking about Uncle Lou, intense is a good word for him. Eccentric, yeah, I would. I like that term. Fanatic, absolutely, yeah. Tennille wants to go to Scotland. That sounds like a lot of fun. A little cold for my taste, but yeah, I think going to Scotland would be beautiful. Oh, I would love to eat at a Gordon Ramsay restaurant. Yeah. As silly as that sounds, I want to go to one of Gordon Ramsay's better restaurants and eat there just to see how good it is. Rome, Georgia. Been to Rome, Georgia. Ain't nothing there. Let's see. Let's see. Would I ever go skydiving? No. And I've been saying the same thing that Lou said the other day about skydiving. I've been saying that since way before I met him, because my now ex-wife, when we were dating, she said that was one of the things that she ever wanted to do at one time in her life. And I said, why in the hell would you willingly pay someone to take you up and then push you out of a perfectly functioning airplane? That to me is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So no, skydiving, no thank you. The closest I ever got to anything like that was I got gifted by IBM of all people. I got gifted a hot air balloon ride certificate for 2 people, and obviously I took my then wife, and we went hot air ballooning, and that was a lot of fun until the landing. And unfortunately, they didn't stick the landing very well, and the basket kind of went. And the problem with that was my wife at the time was 6 months pregnant. Then they said it was perfectly safe for her to go, so we went. And when it looked like the basket was, I could just sense the basket was going to fall over on its side. I stood on the side and I pulled her to me. And so when the basket went over, I landed on the ground and she landed on me. And that hurt, but at least she didn't land on anything except me, which means that she didn't land on her womb and hurt the baby. So that's the part I remember the most about hot air ballooning. Was an atrocious landing. Hang on a minute. Yeah, okay, never mind that. Let's see, where are we? Italy, amazing. Yeah, I've heard. J Dub says he's been to Europe but not Rome. I didn't say Rome. I said Venice. Big difference. Dirty Sanchez, I need to have more fun. I have plenty of fun, sir. I just do things that you obviously don't consider to be fun. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind going to Rome, Italy, but that's not where she was talking about. She was talking about Venice. Tennille says she hasn't been to England, Scotland, or Ireland yet. Pardon me. Well, from where you live, Tennille, that's going to be a long flight. See, Texas T-Sip says he's been to England. It was super blah. Super blah. There's an expression. It was super blah. I bet you were super excited to see super blah England. Let's see. Colby asks if you could say one thing to Nancy Pelosi, what would it be? Drop dead. Drop dead. Resign. You're under arrest. I hate you and everything you stand for. Any of the above would be, to my mind, would be appropriate. So, yeah. What would you say to Nancy Pelosi, Colby? What would any of you guys? Well, I don't know. Some of you might think Nancy Pelosi is your hero, but to me, she's an abomination and a lawbreaker. But that's just me. But she has lots of ice cream to eat. Let's see. Texas T-Sip says, I enjoyed living in New Orleans more than I did visiting England, and I hated living in New Orleans. Wow. He hated living in New Orleans, and he hates Texas, but he's a Texas fan. T-Sip, you are an interesting individual. That is for sure. That's another thing. You just reminded me of another thing I would love to do on the bucket list for to answer Colby's question. I would love to go to New Orleans, start at one end of the city, and eat my way across. Just experience all the fantastic food that comes from New Orleans. I would love to experience that because I love Cajun food. I really do. I like spicy food. I would just love to eat my way across the city of New Orleans. Preferably not when there's a hurricane coming. Let's see. Texas T-Sip says, I don't follow politics. It's for people with low IQs. Well, to each his own. Oh, come on, Tennille. He asked a legitimate question. You know, the title of the stream is Ask Me Anything. So, you know, it's a legitimate question. What I feel about Nancy Pelosi. Hey, you're from California. You probably think Nancy Pelosi is a great chick. Okay. You know, doesn't mean I'm going to hate you. Just we have a disagreement. That's all. Colby, I bet if you ask Nancy Pelosi about her body count, it would be a different meaning of body count than what I'm thinking you're thinking. LW is here. Good to see you. He would say, go kiss dicks to most politicians. That's interesting. Why not? Well, no, I don't want to live in New Orleans, T-Sip, because it, you know, only a fool builds a major city 25 feet below sea level. The funny part is when my family was living in Miami, and I was like 13 or 14 at the time, my father was offered the opportunity to join a very good medical practice in New Orleans. And I remember he packed me and my sister off to go stay with I stayed with my father's parents, and my sister stayed with my mother's parents for a week. And my mom and dad flew to New Orleans to interview and scout out the place and see what was what. And ironically, where we would have ended up living, he got the job, but he turned it down. In the end, they determined that New Orleans was not an environment they wanted to live in and raise children and finish raising their children in. The neighborhood where we would have ended up living was utterly and completely destroyed by Katrina. I mean, just flattened. Yeah, they even found someone to take a picture of where the house was that they were looking at buying, and it was a mud puddle. So kind of glad we didn't move to Nolens. We ended up moving to the west coast of Florida instead, and I like it here better. Let's see. J-Dub says he's been to New Orleans 3 times, never going back. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Raj's stream has started, so I need to get out of here. I forgot. That's right. He does happy hour. It's Friday. Damn. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me, Mr. Vic. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up then. Anybody got any more questions? Because I don't want to take away from Jesse's stream. So if anyone's got any more questions, now is the time. Otherwise, in the next 30 seconds, I'm going to wrap up here. Don't forget to click the thumbs up before you leave if you haven't already done so. Looks like my count on number of people in here is dropping rather precipitously, so nobody's left in here. So thanks for hanging out with me for about an hour. I had fun doing this. I think I'll do it again. It was a lot of fun. We only had one troll. We got rid of him. So thanks for stopping by, all you guys. See you soon. Go Gators. Screw you haters. See ya.